It is time to bid farewell to the Great Movie Ride. As many of you know, Mickey is moving into the building with a whole new attraction. But before we say goodbye, we thought it might be a good opportunity to talk about some of our favorite facts about the Great Movie Ride. The Great Movie Ride was originally designed as a pavilion for Future World in Epcot. However, then Disney CEO Michael Eisner liked the idea of a show business pavilion so much that he thought it deserved its own park. That's how MGM Studios, now Hollywood Studios, became a reality. The exterior of the attraction building was based on Grauman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, and just like its Buena Vista counterpart, the real Chinese theater is surrounded by cement slabs immortalizing some of Hollywood's greatest stars, or at least their hands and feet. Some of your favorite films premiered at Grauman's Chinese Theater as well. Movies like West Side Story, Hello Dolly, and Star Wars all premiered there, as well as Disney classics like Mary Poppins and The Jungle Book. Once you entered the attraction building, you'd likely notice a number of actual film props. As you progressed through the queue, you'd eventually enter a room that looks like a movie theater, showcasing trailers from some of Hollywood's greatest films. It really was a great way to get guests excited for the attraction. The ride system used on the Great Movie Ride is known as a traveling theater. It's the same ride system that was used on the Universe of Energy. Interestingly enough, both attractions closed on the same day. There were actually two possible experiences on the Great Movie Ride. Guests sitting in the front tram experienced a bank robbery in the Old West, while people sitting in the back tram would be caught in a fight between two rival mobs, and were then hijacked by a gangster from Jersey. And speaking of gangsters, check out the license plate on the front of their car. The number is 021429. It references the St. Valentines Massacre that took place in Chicago on February 14th, 1929. It was a violent attack that took place during the Prohibition era and was allegedly planned by Al Capone. Now for me, the scariest part of the Great Movie Ride had to have been the alien scene. For the few moments I was able to keep my eyes open, I can only remember xenomorphs popping out of walls and ceilings. Had I kept my eyes open, I might have noticed a list of crew members reported missing. These were actual names of some of the people who helped to create the attraction. After escaping from the spaceship Nostromo, guests found themselves surrounded by snakes, watching Indiana Jones and his buddy Sala carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And while that's incredibly cool, there was something equally outstanding on the opposite side of the room. Looks like George Lucas snuck two of his favorite characters into the hieroglyphics covering the wall. But that's not all. Check out Donald Duck and Pharaoh Mickey. Very sneaky, boys. Did you guys ever notice the airplane in the Casablanca scene? Did it feel like something was missing? That's because only the front half of the plane made it into the attraction. Hey Rick, don't let Ilsa board that plane, or else she'll regret it for the rest of her life. Right up until the plane crashes. Now, where did we put the tail end of that airplane? Oh yeah, Imagineers dropped it off somewhere in the uncharted regions of the Jungle Cruise. Maybe the two ends can reconnect after the Great Movie Ride closes. Hey, looks like Mickey ditched his Egyptian outfit for a more popular look. Sorcerer Mickey creates quite a stir as winds circle around the room. But did you know that this scene from Fantasia almost didn't appear on the Great Movie Ride? Originally, there was meant to be a tornado scene right before guests moved into the next show scene, The Wizard of Oz. However, due to contractual agreements, Imagineers had to choose between the tornado or the final scene where Dorothy and her companions reach the end of the Yellow Brick Road. In the end, Sorcerer Mickey took over for the Kansas Twister, and guests finished their trip right in front of the Emerald City. Now we want to hear from you. What will you miss most about the Great Movie Ride? And are you excited for a brand new Mickey Mouse attraction coming to Hollywood Studios? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to Retro Spectrum.